So the next thing we're doing today is we are working with Slick on setting his feet, squaring up like you would for, I say showmanship, but we use it a lot in the halter obstacle as well. When we're going from one obstacle to another, or I'm doing my ground tie, I like to have them set their feet square up. So he's been worked on the wooden disc you guys have seen. That helps. He's learning some of my hand cues. He knows to move laterally, you know, if I'm putting my hand out here, which you don't need a whole lot on this, but it does help. So I usually start squaring up for the most part. I square off of his right hind. I start with the backs and I get him to place their back feet. I do that with, on the other side, I use my hand motion. I kind of lean down. So in the beginning, I'm exaggerated about leaning down. When I have a finished horse and I'm asked, my cue for them to square up is I kind of look at their hind end. That's my cue of we're going to set your feet. And they know that. So when you go to, so I set the backs, and then when I go to set the fronts, I tell him to step up, and I'm using forward motion. So this right foot needs to come ahead. So I'm going to ever so gently pull him, angle him this way, so that shoulder is free. I'm going to move this one. I angle his head this way, and I tell him step up. So that's a forward motion. In the beginning, they take big steps, especially in the back. When you're pulling them ahead, they're going to go to take a big giant step. As soon as that foot comes off of the ground, I have my lead right here to hold it back. So I want it, instead of him taking a big step, I want him to learn to shorten that step, and that I'm able to control it. And, oh, look at that, he's already set up. This horse makes it really hard to do videos. So I'll kind of see if I can't get him moved over here. Okay, move your feet out of place. And we're not asking for a lot. All right, Slick, quit. Okay, so I am going to set, so his right hind is the one I want to set off of. I'm going to do so I don't really need to move it. So I want to push him back on his left hind. So I am going to tilt his head just a little to his right. So it takes the pressure off of the weight off of that. So I'm going to ask him to back. I'm looking down. I kind of point. And then he'll take a big step. See if I can't have him. So as soon as he starts to move that foot, I am going to, as soon as it's barely off the ground, I'm anticipating and I'm going to pull him forward. I want to catch that foot so he doesn't take a big step. Like that. And so now I've got weight on here. Same deal. See how he kind of caught it? So it takes a while. Until you can catch it. So you're not going for perfect in the beginning. And then you praise them. So you praise for the backs. The backs are usually the hardest. The fronts always seem to be easier, at least for me. So on this situation, I am going to rock his head to his right. So he's pulling weight off of the foot I want to move, and I'm pulling him forward. So it's helping him pull that foot forward. Okay. Now the opposite for his right. Pulling him forward a little bit. You shouldn't be actually moving both feet. And you just keep correcting. Keep moving, keep correcting. And hopefully they're not biting your sleeve like he is. And you praise big. It takes a lot. Like I say, it's much easier on them, I find, once I have worked on the disc, because I'm leaning down, I'm pointing at their feet, they have something to stand on. But you just do this constantly. He hasn't had this done a whole lot of times. He understands it. I have done some with treats. It's hard, and as you can see, he is already so into my hands and very mouthy. When I start doing this and they're squaring up, I do it as my last lesson of the day, the last thing I'm going to work with him. Or if I've driven a horse and I've unharnessed and I want to give him a treat, they square up to get a treat. Doesn't take them long that they want to quickly put their feet in a position to get a treat. If I was to have treats with him, he would be really distracted, and it's hard to have a treat in your hand or your pocket. I use my voice for correcting him. So you mainly trying to get the control of know where to move their head, to take the weight off of these feet, and to have them take little steps, half steps, which is back and forth, back and forth. Quit. And I'd probably, if I'm starting out with him, I would leave that. It's not what I want, but don't expect perfection in the beginning. Okay, that's good.